Okay, let's dive into this. Have you ever wondered what it literally takes to build a global democratic civilization platform, master every single study field in the universe, and, somehow still remember to do the laundry on Saturdays? Welcome to today's explainer. We are going to unpack a pretty fascinating source document simply titled the Amrelyon Personal Life Plan. What we have here is an incredibly ambitious blueprint. It takes a highly strict daily schedule and just layers massive, multi-year goals right on top of it. It's a real masterclass in aggressive time boxing and sweeping vision, and we're going to break down exactly how this creator attempts to fit the infinite into a 24-hour box. So here is exactly how we'll break this down. First, a master life plan overview. Second, morning routine and core work. Third, the content creation roadmap. Fourth, evening fitness and family. And finally, the weekend reset. Section 1, a master life plan overview breaking down the 24 hours. Let's look at this highly disciplined 5-day-a-week cycle. It starts with 7 hours dedicated strictly to sleep. Then you've got these two massive engines of productivity, a 5-hour job block and a 4-hour content creation block. I mean, that is 9 hours of intense, focused work every single day. The remaining time is carefully segmented. 3 hours for family, relaxation, and prayer, and then 5 hours buffering the day with morning routines, a lunch break, and daily sports. Keeping this high-level view in mind is absolutely crucial because it proves that a perfectly balanced equation of rest, output, and personal maintenance is the actual foundation for everything else that follows. But you know what makes this source material so compelling? It's not just the math, it's the contrast. Throughout this explainer, you're going to see a fascinating juxtaposition. On one hand, the schedule makes room for totally mundane daily chores, like going grocery shopping every single morning. On the other hand, nestled right next to those chores are extraordinarily high-level global ambitions, like dedicating hours to building a global democratic civilization platform. It's the ultimate blend of the ordinary and the extraordinary. Section 2, morning routine and core work, the 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. grind. So the day kicks off sharply at 7 a.m. There is a 2-hour block to wake up, energize, clean, perform the dawn prayer, go grocery shopping, and eat breakfast. Then, at 9 a.m., things get very focused. 1 solid hour is blocked off purely for reading the Quran. Notice how this spiritual grounding and basic life maintenance strictly precede the heavy lifting of the workday. By 10 a.m., the mind is clear, the groceries are in the fridge, and that 5-hour job block begins, running straight through to a 1-hour lunch break at 3 p.m. Okay, so what actually happens in that 5-hour job block? Well, the time is strategically split between two distinct organizational goals. The first 3 hours are dedicated to the Alnas organization. That's the global democratic civilization platform we mentioned earlier. The remaining 2 hours? Those are devoted to Founders Best. The source describes this as working with founding partners on self-funded projects that really don't need much capital to launch. And the strategy here is super clever. Launch it, and once it's successful, delegate it so you can work on the next new project. It is a constant pipeline of creation and delegation that fuels the entire master plan. Section 3. The content creation roadmap. Multi-year milestones in a 4-hour window. Now, what's really interesting here is how a simple daily time block hides an incredible multi-year master plan. Every single day, from 4 p.m. to 8 p.m., this creator blocks out 4 hours for content creation. But they aren't just making random videos. They are executing a highly sequenced educational and spiritual journey. Step 1 is the advice, a 2-month project summarizing religion. Step 2 is the bless, a 7-month project focused on an original Quran teacher and translation meant to be sung with proper pronunciation. Step 3 scales up dramatically, the universal summary, a 12-month mission to summarize literally all study fields. And finally, Step 4 is a crema, a 3-month project creating a Q&A based on the previous summaries to serve as a universal degree certification. And the plan doesn't even stop at education. Once that Akrima Universal Degree Certification is complete, the 4 p.m. to 8 p.m. window transitions entirely into a new phase called the best deal. The focus shifts completely to making musical movies. They aim to produce music and film simultaneously. The source material notes this involves working in the improvised film production, and specifically states this afternoon schedule is designed to cover day and night staff so that everyone involved can still work other jobs. It's incredibly pragmatic, even while being wildly ambitious. I just want to pause on this number for a second. 4.
All of these colossal, multi-year projects, summarizing all study fields, creating new degree certifications, launching musical movie studios. They're designed to be tackled in just 4 hours a day. It really challenges you to reflect on what you accomplish between 4 p.m. and 8 p.m., doesn't it? It proves that consistency within a fixed window can, theoretically, conquer mountains.
Section 4. Evening Fitness and Family. Recharging the mind and body. All right, at 8 p.m. sharp, the heavy lifting is completely over and the sport hour begins. And I love how specific this breakdown is. It kicks off with a 30-minute walk that's followed by a 20-minute workout, specifically targeting 2 body parts per day out of a full 6 body part rotation. But the final 10 minutes are the absolute best. It's a block dedicated to resilience. The options here: solo football, martial arts, or even dancing. It is a highly specific, totally enjoyable way to close out physical exertion.
Following that sport hour, the day winds down into a dedicated 3-hour block from 9 p.m. to midnight. This is protected time to pray the sunset and night prayers, relax, hang out with family, eat dinner, and maybe watch a show. The schedule strictly enforces a cutoff at midnight, ensuring exactly 7 hours of sleep before the entire 24-hour cycle spins up again at 7 a.m.
Section 5. The Weekend Reset. Rest and Reality. Now, you might be thinking there is no way anyone can sustain this 7 days a week. And the creator of this plan actually agrees. The weekend changes the rhythm entirely to keep the macro system alive. So the crucial point is how it's divided. Friday is the social reset, spending time with family during the day and friends at night. The schedule even explicitly gives permission here, noting you might stay late. Saturday, on the other hand, is the chore and rest reset, doing laundry during the day and purely relaxing at night. It's a vital decompression chamber before Monday morning.
But honestly, perhaps the most profound part of this entire document is the very last sentence. After laying out this rigidly structured daily timeline intended to solve global civilization and master universal knowledge, the author writes, "This is the plan. Nothing is guaranteed, but we try our best to do the best, if God will." It's a remarkably grounding, candid admission. It highlights the profound humanness behind this incredibly rigid schedule. You make the ultimate plan, but you accept that the outcome is, ultimately, out of your hands.
Which brings us to our final thought for this explainer. We've seen how this creator balances picking up the daily groceries with literal universal ambitions, using nothing more than a strict 24-hour schedule. So I'll leave you with this. If nothing is guaranteed anyway, how ambitious will you make your daily plan? Thanks for joining me on this explainer, and I'll catch you in the next one.